Puts him very, very
important. Oh, there you go. Right in the left hand.
Even Iron Mike was scared of this fighter.
Hard punishment again.
A left uppercut by Razor Ruddock. That stunned Tyson. Now Tyson has the bell sound.
Today we want to bring your attention towards the formidable Donovan Razor Ruddock. This fighter is notorious for his unreal hardness and lethal knockout power.
Now, Tim, what's going to happen? He hit him after the bell and knocked him down.
Everyone in the heavyweight roster shook in fear at the mere thought of facing him.
He's just doing the wrong thing. Another left hand.
I was going to remind people of the nice uppercut by Ruddock. Oh, there goes Morrison!
And in this video, we will take you on a journey through his biggest knockouts.
His legs at all.
This is the Boxing Lab. Let's go. In the summer of 1990, Ruddock faced Kimmu Odom. In a pre-fight interview, Odom seemed confident he'd get the victory.
It might be a KO. I might have to put my initials on him.
When he entered the ring, Ruddock, with his confident gaze, tried to intimidate his opponent.
1-1. Kimmu Odom, 12-3 with one no. Ruddock, nonetheless, very confident.
The fight started with scouting.
Left jab, but Odom has that steep right hand that he throws over.
Judges for the fight are William Kostrup from Trenton, John Raleigh. Now Ruddock driving Odom back, lands a right hand down the pipe, and a left hook behind it. And a big right to the ear and a left. He's got Odom in some trouble here. Champion Ray Mercer. There's a big left hook by Ruddock and a right hand behind it. Ruddock with victories over James Broad, Bonecrusher Smith. Round number 2, Donovan Razor Ruddock in white, 11 years of age, holds a
quick short left hook, Tim, by Razor Ruddock.
There's a good combination behind it from home because his judgment, he was hurting Ruddock.
There was that right hand that
Round 2, scheduled for 10. They couldn't take this guy lightly. Look what happened to Mike Tyson. So
Tucker got a little side and he got him out of there.
Under a minute to come down before Ruddock got off the canvas to stop.
Wound up with that right hand.
Then, Odom tried to play gangster.
Landed by Odom. Another right hand.
The referee deducted a point from Ruddock, but that wouldn't help Odom.
And then Rudy Battle has deducted some points. It is a 1-point lead as we hit into round 3. Let's see.
With his hands down.
Well, and Odom had done a good job.
One of those stubborn guys.
Stopped by Ruddock. And now Ruddock. 3 left hooks, one of them locking Odom back into the ropes. A combination and a right hand by Ruddock. But Odom fires back, not a lot on it. He stops the flurry of Ruddock. Odom. There's a big left hook that rocks over Ruddock. Dan Jenkins is over there. Dan?
Tim, they are calling.
Again, that 10 pounds, if this fight goes any distance, puts him very, very important.
Oh, there you go. In the left hand. Yeah, but they're booing him. Is Odom going to make a touch for the short right hand that sets this up? There's the right to the head and then the left hand behind it. Actually, it wasn't as short as I thought. It was a real haymaker.
Donovan Razor Ruddock.
Michael Dokes was a former heavyweight champion, one of Ruddock's most experienced opponents, having faced famous fighters such as Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, and Mike Weaver. This was the fight that would truly announce Ruddock's arrival as a heavyweight force to be reckoned with.
They get up in position, they don't want to fight anybody. Pressure many times before.
Dokes was outboxing the hot-headed youngster on pure experience.
And the fact that he can put his punches together.
But Ruddock finally found his opening late in the round with his signature smash.
Ruddock's left hand.
Oh, big left hook by Ruddock that stuns.
I think the key to this fight is that he did nail Dokes with that left hook. Makes Dokes the sound when Ruddock.
And again he lands the left hook.
After stunning Dokes with that shot, Ruddock pressed his advantage.
The effect, big, strong young man.
Get up!
Long on the inside. See
that short left hook that stuns Razor Ruddock. This time he backs Dokes up. At the end of the round.
picked up James Morton
talking. There's the right hand by Razor Ruddock. A straight right hand.
Even if he didn't land the right hand, it gives Dokes.
Don't slip. Now, Ruddock.
Use that mobility. Here's that. Why Ruddock's inside, I'll never tell you. Ruddock. See, there's the chance we could drop that right hand into that.
He threw a straight right hand and a right uppercut. And Ruddock comes back strong.
Another good left hook to the body.
Good left hook.
Two good left hooks by Ruddock.
Sharp jab. Ruddock lands the right hand. And another one.
He's hurt, Sam. Give himself a little room.
But he doesn't, and it's Dokes coming back. And Dokes with the short, much more effective than Ruddock. And has been much more effective on the inside.
Thanks, Dan.
Then, Ruddock showed the true danger of the smash.
Right by Dokes.
Right now, Ruddock is fighting the wrong fight. Not using his legs at all.
Good left hook. Dokes went down to the second straight. Dumps it down. And he may be out. It's all over.
Face the jab. It's that left uppercut. Misses the right hand, back with the hook. And here comes the coup de grace.
And as we said all along, look at the power and the force generated.
This victory announced Ruddock as a serious heavyweight threat. James Bonecrusher Smith was a warrior whose nickname told you everything about his dangerous abilities inside the ropes.
Nice balance.
An overhand right.
Now the referee just warned Rouse for holding.
Body shots and through the rope.
It's got a long way to go. And down goes Witherspoon.
This was the same fighter who pushed Iron Mike Tyson the full 12 rounds, when Iron Mike was at his most fearsome.
That was a right hand by Smith. That actually backed Tyson up. That was the best punch of the fight. We thought we would see that in the first 10 seconds, not in the last.
Vision is the same. Mike Tyson.
Ruddock tried to box technically early on.
Tim, you can see the determination on the bone.
For someone used to eating bombs, Smith found Ruddock manageable.
Ruddock just doing a little posing.
Smith stepped forward and dropped Ruddock with a crushing right hand.
Now just laying his hand out, lands a good left hook. That punch of the fight, a right hand by Smith.
He's in trouble. Look at Bonecrusher. I don't think he knows where he is at the moment.
Smith jumping all over Ruddock. The crowd on its feet here in Fayetteville.
Go right hands last round without having to pay.
Ruddock wasn't ready to fold.
He still doesn't have his legs back. Good jab by Smith. Under a minute to go in the round. Now an uppercut. There's a left hand back from Ruddock. He's got Smith in a little trouble. Right hand on the chin. It hurt. Ruddock sees that. Back in Smith's in some difficulty. Round number 3. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy. One would expect Ruddock to in shape. Right hand by Ruddock.
Good left hook by Ruddock also, Tim.
Another right
straight right hand.
Left hook scored by Ruddock.
Bonecrusher Smith to get off first.
Certainly wakened up by the knockdown punch. A big right hand from Smith. There's that uppercut. Hook. Uppercut scored. Left hook behind it.
Figure him out.
Ruddock with a right and a left doing some damage. Hasn't landed squarely, but he's got Smith in difficulty. Oh, round number 4. Right hand lead, another one by Ruddock.
Eye is bothering him, Tim.
Ruddock now finding his target. Doing and grab on. Now digging to the body.
Solid body shots by
Number 4. Ruddock drives Smith back to the ropes again. Dan Jiggets has some word on Bonecrusher's eye. Red.
Like a wounded animal, Ruddock abandoned the technical fight.
At the tennis club he played in Toronto. Good right hand to the
big
chin.
right hand by Ruddock. Right on the button.
And Smith fires back and he lands.
And another right hand by
Smith. Toe-to-toe. Smith now throwing in Fayetteville. More effective shot landed by Bonecrusher in this round. Now Ruddock rallies. There's a good by the uppercut. Landed a right behind it and a left and threw himself up. Right hand and a right hand. Fairly comfortable. There's a good right hand.
His left hand started finding Smith's face repeatedly.
They move and jab instead. He's flat-footed. There's a right hand by Ruddock. That rocks Smith. Follows with a left and a right. Ruddock with right. There's that right hand back by Smith. He shot to the body. And another one.
Then, Ruddock unleashed his calling card.
A minute to go. Right hand by Ruddock got through. Wobbled Tim. He's in trouble, Tim. Two more right hands and a left uppercut. Smith goes down. And the hometown hero. Back with that half hook. Nailed him again. Has him in bad trouble now, Tim. And down he goes. And that's it.
Mike Rouse, a heavyweight with similar physical dimensions to Ruddock, was viewed as a legitimate test of his abilities. The opening bell revealed the gap in experience immediately. A crushing shot to the head dropped Rouse. Rouse managed to beat the count and came back swinging wildly.
Remember, there is a knockdown rule in the state of New Jersey. So if he is down 3 times in the round, the fight will be all over. And Ruddock will win by a TKO. He's going to knock him out. It's just a question of...
But his desperate comeback attempt was short-lived. Ruddock left Rouse rolling on the floor in pain. Another body added to the pile. In April 1988 in New Jersey, the rising Donovan Ruddock met veteran Larry Alexander, a man with over 50 professional fights on his record.
Larry Alexander, and big he is, 200.
I think it's that he may not have heart.
Both men started cautiously, feeling each other out like chess players.
The 2-life for Orlin Norris at 222 pounds against Ronaldo Snipes. Get up and give him a good...
And then the fighter you were interviewing.
Hey, it's hot in that ring.
Maybe light will be right at the end.
However, Ruddock's southpaw stance created problems Alexander couldn't solve.
Again.
Good left.
Larry Alexander, all of them is in trouble.
Razor Ruddock opening up with both hands. 15 seconds remain in the round. Alexander in big trouble. Cappuccino watching him. A standing 8 count could be given. And I wonder if Cappuccino will give that 8 count. A hard left hook. Staggers the legs. Another one. This could be over. Alexander does not look steady. The legs look wobbly. And so far, certainly, light probably was right.
Round 2 began with Ruddock stalking his wounded prey with surgical precision.
Myself. In comes Ruddock, looking for the left hook. Lands 1 and 2. Comes in with the right hand. Floundering, trying to keep those hands up. He's a knockout waiting to happen.
Then, Ruddock unleashed a vicious barrage that left Alexander unconscious.
In the mid-70s, hurt him with a hard left hand, and he came back.
He missed 2 lefts, hit him with a right. Left. That left hand.
Angelo.
Which is the right underneath. And the left caught him flush. Left. That looked like King Kong falling off.
In November 1987, the promising Donovan Ruddock stepped into the ring with Eddie Richardson.
You have to wonder for Ruddock, though, how much of a letdown it would be. He trained...
Very, very disappointed. Delroy Ruddock, the manager, I had a chat with him. He said, hey, that's the boxing game now. Those things happen.
Richardson had clearly heard about Ruddock's reputation and spent the opening moments running rather than fighting.
Well, he's showing good defense early in this first. And there's that lead left that's missed, but that one connected. The second one did not.
Which was what Richardson has to contend with.
Less than a minute to go in the first round. Razor Ruddock boring in with.
This provoked Ruddock into landing his trademark power shot.
Be a little too early to start to get all of his 220 some odd pounds behind him, just as he did right there.
Richardson flush and sends him running. Richardson, who started Dallas, Texas in the blue. Been used to the 10-point in previous fights in Canada, but this time, free knockdown rule. Eddie Richardson in the blue.
The aspect I was touching on earlier, the fact that Ruddock has to get more of his weight. A little taunting from Richardson there. I don't know if that's too wise.
Fans at the forum were very disappointed when it was announced until this.
Then, Ruddock unleashed his anger on the retreating Richardson.
Again, the left by Ruddock. He's having a lot of success.
Facts, round 4, scheduled to go 10.
Donovan Richardson up.
Oh, there's a left hand. Left hand putting Richardson to the can. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. 3 knockdowns in a round. The referee, Hubert Earl, will stop the bout. Ruddock sensing Richardson is in an awful lot of trouble now. You can see that he is.
He's got to hold on, Jim. He's got to tie up Ruddock.
Another big left hand, and down goes Richardson.
Ruddock coming in for the kill. Richardson has to hold on, Jim. He has to tie up Ruddock. He's just doing the wrong thing.
Another left hand puts Richardson down.
Another victim of Razor Ruddock's devastating smash. Ruddock's next opponent was Reggie Gross, a heavyweight who had previously earned a shot at Mike Tyson and managed to hurt the future champion.
Toeschouwers zich nog niet massaal hebben gemeld om dit gevecht bij te openen. En laten we hopen dat ze dat op een spek goed in. Een combinatie van Gross.
From the opening seconds, Ruddock's jab kept circling Gross's head like a persistent wasp.
En die komt goed terug. Keep it clean. Netjes boksen. Afklemmen. Wat zwaargewicht. En er is er nog een leuke pot van. Goeie hoek van Ruddock. Moetjes. En nog één. Dat zijn 3 links achter elkaar. En daar. Ruddock. Een opstoot van Ruddock. Beetje afklemmen.
Once he had softened up his target, Ruddock exploded into action.
Heeft gewonnen. Nog 10 seconden te Razor Ruddock. Ruddock op de rug gezien nu.
Sensing blood in the water, Ruddock swarmed his hurt opponent like a mother-in-law at a free buffet.
Is dat al een beetje een teken van moeheid. Een goede linkse. Die komt aardig door. Gevolgd door een opstoot en dan weer een linkse rechtse. En daar gaat hij. Op zijn Reggie. Maar echt jovel ziet hij er niet meer uit. En meteen gevolgd door een combinatie van Razor Ruddock. Die natuurlijk in die tweede ronde een rechtse die vol doorkomt. En dat heeft de scheidsrechter goed gezien. Die maakt er een einde aan. Camera's genoeg in Atlantic City, dus we gaan het nog een keer bewonderen. Nu van de... Nou bijt hij met zijn vingers, want Reggie Gross die wil doorgaan.
Philip Jackson was a veteran boxer who had shared rings with elite fighters like Lennox Lewis and Vladimir Klitschko. With 25 wins and 23 knockouts, Jackson was confident of adding another victim. But Ruddock had his own championship aspirations.
Well, let's see if he implements more of what Philip Jackson worked twice as a sport.
Ruddock's superior reach became an effective barrier.
Jackson told us he thinks Ruddock is taking him too lightly and looking at not taking any chances. Oh, what a right hand!
Big man like this, he'll just come right through you.
Jackson. Much of a sweat, and that's not a good sign. Concerned look on the face of Philip Jackson as we begin. 6'3", 233 by Richard Steele. That's when Greg Page showed heart, even though he lost horse. So we'll see what develops. A glancing blow, but and a good left jab. Crisp movements, good reflexes. A left and a counter left. Corners. Pat Burns says, well, if there's one thing.
Jackson tried desperately to break free, but Ruddock shut down every escape route.
Youngster, but turned it around. There's a lunging left hand by Ruddock. At the age of 21. Oh, a crunching double left hand.
Ambitions could go right out the front door.
Ruddock and down went Jackson, but he got up. He's heart of a racehorse.
Well, Pat Burns could have motivated him, said what we learned.
Jackson's undefeated record came to an end via Ruddock's signature weapon.
There's the smash.
What keeps him up because he's been hit by...
Oh, and down he goes on cue. Overhand.
Got up from a tough knockdown. He almost went down again.
He's staggered. Down to one knee.
One thing, Donovan can finish you off when he gets you. There's a good hook, and he's gone right there and comes back, waiting the uppercut.
Perez counted him out. Donovan, Razor Ruddock. Shaky hands.
In May 1988 in Toronto, Ruddock faced fellow Canadian Ken Lakusta in what looked more like a dance-off than a heavyweight fight during the stare-down. Ken spent time warming up his legs when he should have been preparing his chin for impact.
Is the record to back him up right now at 18-1-1. Raising the red. The Canadian heavyweight title is on the line. Lakusta right as he tried to sneak up underneath. Work the left hand.
Lakusta's decision to throw wild shots early only served to anger the Jamaican-Canadian destroyer.
Ruddock's reach is 81. Lakusta's is 75.5. Solid left from Razor Ruddock. Lakusta in trouble early. Razor Ruddock did some damage with the left hand. Lakusta covering up.
From that moment forward, Ruddock abandoned all pleasantries and began dismantling Lakusta's face.
Ruddock is sharp tonight. Lakusta in trouble and on the rope. Ruddock, Lakusta had it partially covered. Another right. Now a left. Kenny Lakusta having some difficulty against Razor Ruddock. Lakusta, though, has a reputation as a man who can take a punch and fight back.
But he was really tagged, John, repeatedly.
He was rocked, Robbie.
His left up. At one point, when Ruddock had Lakusta on the ropes, he threw 3 straight left hooks, never followed with the right hand.
There's a right hand. Lakusta's in trouble.
2 crushing right hands brought an end to this all-Canadian affair.
There, and another powerful right hand. It was 2 right hands by Razor Ruddock that put...
These devastating knockouts established Donovan Razor Ruddock as one of the most feared punchers of his era. Even Iron Mike Tyson understood he was entering a war zone when facing this Jamaican-Canadian destroyer. If you enjoyed this brutal journey through boxing history, smash that like button and subscribe for more legendary knockout content.